Hey YouTube friends and Facebook friends, this is Tristina and I am on my way to Dallas. I'm going to the NAMTA Art Materials World with Pebeo. So we're going to have a lot of fun playing with paint, and I'm going to bring you guys along with me. So watch my Dietz Art Facebook page and you'll start to see some goodies come up from the show. And you know, I thought it was kind of fun because I was looking in my purse a second ago and I thought, well, wouldn't it be fun to share with you what I carry with me when I travel? What art materials do I have with me? So let's take a look in here and I will show you what I have. There you go. I'm going to pull these things out for you. So I like to carry this is a Chunky Lyra water-soluble pencil. Woo! It is a 9B, so I like it super soft. And it's good and smudgy for when I do drawing. Then I've got in here my Sakura white pen. So why do I have a white pen? Well, because I have with me a black notebook. Ooh. So inside this notebook, they're actually black pages. So check it out. This is some artwork by my friend Lourdes. And then when I get together with friends, if we're just sitting around and we're sketching, then this is something from my friend Tatiana Cast that she put in the book. This is some of my doodles in the book, but you see how fun it is to use the white Sakura Jelly Roll pen on the black notebook. Yeah, one of my favorite things to do. Oh, look at this. Let's do it this way. You know, when you're my age, you get hot sometimes. So I have a fan in here. And then my favorite pencil is the Mars Lumograph, an 8B or 9B. Why? Because again, it's super soft. So when I draw with it, I can do lots of smudging. If you hadn't guessed, I like lots of smudging and doing lots of shading. So that's what I use the Mars Lumograph pencil for. But like I said, if I can find it, and usually I find it over at Blick, and I get the 9B. Let's see what other really cool things are in here. Now, if I'm going to have my graphite pencils, I have to have an eraser. So here's a 4A. And it's nice because you can just click it and the end of it will go up, so you get more eraser out of it, and that makes it really super convenient. Oh, yes, Listerine breath strips. Got to have those when you're going to a show and you're going to be talking to a lot of people, right? Now, here's a Strathmore heavyweight drawing pad. Now, I love this because it's the 400 series, but I love it because the paper's smooth and it's really thick. So you'll see a couple of pages here. So I like this for just sketching and drawing on the go. It's a great paper that can take all different kinds of media. So besides the dry media, if later I want to go and throw some acrylic on it, I can do that. After the acrylic's on, if I want to throw some of the Pebeo paint on it, I can do that. So again, it's ideal for sketching, but this is the Strathmore heavyweight, not the regular drawing paper, they're heavyweight drawing paper. Let's see what else is fun that's in here. Now, I like to carry a highlighter. So for a pop of color, something super simple that you can carry with you besides just oh, okay, good, we're back. We kind of got disconnected on the ride. I'm here with Nelson, my driver. Hi. From Lyft, who's taking me to the airport. But I was saying about the this highlighter. It's not just for highlighting your work when you're writing, but I love to use it, and it comes in different colors. So you have blue ones and you have pink ones beside this yellow one, and you can use that sucker to throw some quick color in on your drawings when you're on the go, and it gives a nice pop to it. Um, Here's something else, is a little Stabilo fine point pen. So if you want to give if you like to work with little lines, oh my gosh, these suckers are so cool. I'm going to show you the top to it real quick. Can you see how fine point that is? Wow, it's tiny. So I love that. This one is they call it a fine 0.4. So you're able to do a lot of detail work with this, or go back in and do some hatching, and it gives you a really cool look. This one happens to be blue, but they come in sets with all different colors. So I think you might enjoy that. And if you're going to be working with graphite at all, you have to have this. Yes, that's right. You would go on. Okay, you're good. I was just mentioning to Nelson, we're getting on the highway. So this is a blending stump. So it's actually, you can see the paper is starting to come off. So it's a piece of wrapped paper that's wrapped super tight. So you can use the end of it to blend when you're working with your graphite pencil or any other colored pencils. And so I always carry one of these with me because I love to use those soft pencils and do lots of shading. Now the Lyra pencil I showed you, the big fat one before, here I'll grab it out again. This one, what's really cool about this is that it is water soluble. So when I'm done using it, when I'm shading in with it, then I go back in with this blending stump and I blend it, and then I do carry with me brushes. I have multiple brushes in here, you can imagine. My favorite one is a halcyon brush that looks like it fell down in among all the other goodies that are in my purse, so I won't be able to show that to you right now. But anyway, so I'll grab a little bit of water while I'm on the plane with a brush, and then I can just hit that this Lyra water-soluble graphite, and just super quickly I can make some really cool artwork with that. And then something else that I picked up at Jerry's. This is a Lucas watercolor set. So again, it's super easy to carry because it stays dry until I add water to it. So here you go. You can pick out whatever colors you want. They come in these little pans. So let me see if you can see that there. If I grab one of these, here's a little itty bitty pan. So I can pick out what colors I want in these little pans and then just stick it in the set. And when the set is, when one of these is empty, then I can just go back. There you go, it's easier to see. I can go back and just pop that one out and put another color in. And then of course, because you're not always able to tell what the color looks like here. So in the set, I made a little color chart for myself so that I see what the colors look like when they're actually being used. And this little set also has a nice top to it that you can use to mix your colors in. So that's super convenient. Let me see if I look down in here, if I'm able to find you my favorite brush that I know I put in here yesterday. You know how it is when you're traveling and you have to like throw everything in. Oh, here's something else that I have that is kind of indispensable to me, and that's a render. This is a little sampler render pad. So what is render paper? Render paper, let's see, is by Crescent, and it is a no show through paper. So I can go and use marker in here, even heavy applications of marker, and it will not show through to the back. There's some sort of something in between the sheets, and so it prevents the inks from going through. Here's one where I put a bunch of ink on there, and then if you look at the other side, nothing came through. So super cool, these little render pads. I get these in big books. I get them in rolls, especially if you're going to have a party or you're going to have students. or an open house at your studio, just put out a roll, and then people can sit there and just mark away on it and have a good time, and it's not going to go through onto your surface. So that's the really important thing about that. But let's see, where is the brush? I want to show you. I love the brush. I'm so excited about it. It's a great Halcyon watercolor brush. It's like perfect for traveling with because it has great spring to it. I know what I did. I put it I put it up there. Here it is. She's a beauty. So there it is. You see it says Halcyon. In this case, it's a number 10. So it has a nice top to it. It's not too big, not too small. Do you see the nice point that's on there? So even if I only want a little bit of paint in a small area, because of the nice point, I can get it right where I want it. And if I want a lot of paint, I can do a swoosh like that. And then in my bag that's in the back of the car, I have a larger 9x12. Let's see, what is it? I think it's B paper, BEE paper. And it's for me to do more water media and things on. But the Strathmore paper is good for that too. You get the Strathmore watercolor paper, and then you can take that on a trip with you. And using your dry watercolors like this, bada bing, bada boom, right? You got yourself a traveling art studio. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I'm going to take off. We're almost at the airport, and I'll see you in the next couple of days at Art Materials World with NAMTA and Pebeo. Bye.